Baraonda means chaos in Italian. In this case, it's a controlled chaos, maybe, because this fragrance definitely isn't all over the place and it is very restrained for the brand. But one thing is for sure, Baraonda finished off the Nasomatto name in style. Let's get to the review. What's going on, YouTube fragrance family? Welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today I'm going to put my nose on the house of Nasomatto and their boozy concoction called Baraonda. Keep it tuned in. Baraonda hit the shelves in 2016. Bottle size is what you see here is what you are going to get, a 1 ounce bottle. Concentration, this is an extrait de parfum. Pricing, retail, you're looking at $185 online. And of course, now that this fragrance is been on the shelf for a while, please take a look at discounters. You may get it for a better price. Before I go any further, I just want to thank my partner, FragranceX.com, for Baraonda. You can utilize my sweet code ROBES08. You get 15% off on Baraonda, any Nasomatto on the website. Hell, any fragrance on the website, you'll get that 15% off by utilizing my sweet code ROBES08. Now let's delve into this fragrance. This one's a good one from Nasomatto. I'm a huge fan. You see this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a fifth one back there. This is a brand that I absolutely love. This is their newest release to the lineup. And I'm finally getting my hands on it, and I'm excited. So the nose behind this is Crazy Nose, Alessandro Gualtieri, of course, the founder of the brand, and the nose behind all these beautiful fragrances right there. Let's get into the note breakdown. Nasomatto does not publish a note breakdown for their fragrances. However, I like to kind of make them up myself, what I found in this fragrance. So in the notes, I have whiskey, ambroxan, musks, and sandalwood. So that's what this nose kind of delved into, Baraonda. Major notes to my nose is, of course, the musks, the whiskey, and the ambroxan. Group, this is an oriental woody fragrance. Now, how many sprays and where? Baraonda is, from my experience with the brand and a lot of their darker juices, I was expecting something with a lot more push. This one has a little less push. That's not saying, it's not saying this is weak juice. It really is not. But I'm spraying a lot more, or I like 3 sprays. I go 1 on the chest and then 2 on the neck like this, and I'm good to go. A lot of people with stronger fragrances like this, you may want to avoid the neck area. Me, I like to swim in it a little bit, and I like it to be near me. So that is my sprays, 3 sprays, and I am set. Now that I'm swimming in it and I'm loving every minute of it, let's do another spray on my hand, of course, to remind me of this introduction. This one's a good one from Nasomatto. If you are a fan of the brand and you don't own this one, I'm telling you right now, this is serious face. So, from first sniff, Baraonda smells like freaking winter here. Immediately smells niche, but also very familiar. It's very comforting, which is something different from this house. A lot of their fragrances are kind of, I wouldn't say abrupt, but they do have that punch to them. A lot of Nasomattos, of course, are known for being overly synthetic. This one has a comforting feel to it. It has a smoothness to it, and I really like, and I know it doesn't have as much power as like the Black Afghanos and the Pardons and the Duros, but it doesn't matter here. This scent smells great, and like I said, it smells niche. It smells great. Very familiar though. It doesn't really trail off too much in the niche genre. It opens with a whiskey note. It's a strong boozy note in this fragrance. You're not going to miss it. It has some sweetness here. I say the sweetness is from the fruits, but I'll get back to them. Some woods here. It has a balmy, slightly resinous. Now, this is not overly resinous, but slightly resinous. It has that resinous. You know how you got that orange color resins? That's what I'm getting from this. It has that stickiness to the fragrance. Overall, from first sniff, this is exactly what a niche, boozy scent should smell like, and I already feel great about blind buying this fragrance. This was an easy buy for me. I really loved, you guys can take a look at my first impression on camera when I first got this, right down to now. I did put, like, again, when Nasomattos, you don't wear too much of them, but I did put a healthy dent in my little bottle here. Now, the whiskey, or the idea of whiskey in Baraonda, it runs through the veins of this fragrance. It will stay with you much longer than what you'd come to expect from most alcoholic notes. Usually they don't last in fragrances. And in this one, it does. Crazy Nose does his thing to make sure that that idea sticks with you much longer than just a little bit of the introduction. The scent immediately feels sticky, syrupy, even almost caramelized, which helps in this boozy aspect, of course, as I immediately start thinking dark brown juice. It has some woods back in it. Sadly, without published notes, I'm thinking oak. However, that might be my Crazy Nose kind of playing games with me because of the boozy oak cast. You're kind of just thinking of that. So that's the wood I'm getting from this. In the introduction, it changes. Later on in the scent, I detected sandalwood. I might be crazy, but I am detecting sandalwood in this fragrance. The woods run throughout the scent and are an excellent backbone to the scent. I love how masculine this thing is. It's just because of the woods. The woods here, not too menacing, as woods can take over a scent. And a lot of woods, like big, bold cedars and things like that, can take over a scent altogether. I really liked that this kind of oak-like feel that I was getting in the introduction, and more into the sandalwood, more into the dry down. It felt like it was part of the composition, never really took over. Sandalwood is an easy fragrance, an easy note to really, it's not really going to take over a scent, but really beautiful, and the woods know their place in this scent, and they stay there. I really like how this was composed. Now to the X factor of Baraonda, which is the fruits in this opening, which to my nose come off as a dried fruit. They make Baraonda a little playful here, and I love boozy notes or any darker notes with fruits. And I've said that before in my fragrance reviews. It just works so well in Baraonda, and they work very, very well together. I really love the fruits here. The fruits are very flavorful. It felt like I'm smelling some apple here, with some dried dates and something red like pomegranate. It really felt like there was a little bit of, not a fruit bowl, but there was quite a bit of nuances of fruits here. With the syrupy quality, it tiptoes into, I'm not going to say apple cider, but it's very sticky. That's what I like about this fragrance. And boozy fragrances sometimes kind of give you that. And ooh, it has a cider-like feel to the fragrance, sometimes when I smell this fragrance. Baraonda also has a little trick up its sleeve. It at times gives me sweet flavored dipped tobacco. The ambret seed, which I think is in this fragrance, could be the reason for this, as ambret seed is utilized to flavor tobacco. So it kind of gave me that feeling when wearing this fragrance. It has it in the heart to the dry down. Some smoke comes through a little bit here. It's barely there now, so I wouldn't call this a smoky fragrance per se, but there is some smoke, and there's kind of a little bit of an ashy quality to the fragrance. A very interesting, very niche-like, of course. Baraonda also has a tad of a floral aspect that runs so smoothly throughout the scent, which is so well blended that if you missed the floral aspect, I wouldn't judge you. It really is something that when you're dissecting a fragrance, you start pinpointing certain things. The floral aspect was very nicely meshed into this fragrance. This floral touch with the sandalwood and musk coming through towards the end of the scent gives Baraonda some smoothness to the fragrance towards the end. I love how this scent sounds so, really it sounds so menacing, with the name and being chaos, and you got the cork, and it's a boozy fragrance, and people are thinking, geez, this thing's going to be really rough around the edges. It's from the house of Nasomatto. I really love how this scent was so well blended. All the notes are on the same page. They know their role, and it's not too crazy or chaotic as per the name. There is some vanilla sweetness more into the dry down, more into the deeper dry down, and this will come with of course, those woods. And at times, Baraonda came out as being almost like a dry, dusty old bookshelf with old leather books and pages all over the floor. It really felt like that imagery to me, more into the dry down. This with a mild musky ending with the Ambrox utilized as a fixative to keep the scent going on for hours. And I mean hours. Now, not Black Afghano beast mode type hours, but still good. Overall, Baraonda delivers in all aspects that you require from a boozy scent, especially a niche boozy scent. It's warming, it's comforting, and it's perfect for fall. This is a fall-based fragrance. I felt this scent's only drawback is, of course, price. For a lot of Nasomatto haters, you know, you're not getting much juice, but again, you go through, you know, concentration, things like that. So price is pretty much the only thing I could see is a problem here. Other than that, well blended, kept me guessing, has different aspects to it. I'm continuing to discover about this fragrance. It has a smoothness to it that I really wasn't expecting, that makes it not as daring. Nothing's going to trump BA, Mr. Black Afghano here, as my favorite Nasomatto of all time, just because we got that history now, that beautiful black juice. I love you. But this gave it its run for its money. Recommended age for Baraonda would be 25 and up. Unisex, depending on I think it's geared more towards men, but I could see, you know, a strong woman. If you're watching me, comment below, that would wear this. I really can see that. I just love the feel of this fragrance. But 25 and up would be a good recommended age. Fragrances that it reminds me of, nothing really smells like this fragrance. It is against other niche boozy fragrances that are done well. Apple Brandy by Killian. Hell yeah, that thing is great. Established Cognac from Kriegler, just to name a few. This is what it's going to go against. Again, unless you're me, you're going to own a lot of boozy niche fragrances, but other than that, you may just want to look at one. This one is up there with some of the best in the niche game. Best time to wear this fragrance is a nighttime fragrance. It really just screams out night, you know, at the bar because of the booziness. On a date, yeah, it has that seduction, that sexiness to the fragrance. It is going to last all night long. So if you are, you know, leaving right from work from 6 p.m. right till 3 in the morning, this thing is going to stick with you all night long. Seasons. This is a fall fragrance. I already said it. However, you can wear it in the winter too, spring nights, summer nights too. And you're going to see in my rating system, projection longevity, softer than most Nasomattos. So it's a good thing. It actually makes it much more wearable as a scent. Development, linear, average, or complex. Tippy-toeing into more complex to average. I want to go towards more complex. Work appropriate? Nah, I wouldn't wear this at work. Signature scent worthy. Could be for the right person depending on the, I guess, the type of work you do and what you do. For me, this is more of a once in a while type of scent. And of course, for most people, I could see this as more of a nighttime scent, you know, that you'll wear it a little more playful to go out. So that's that type of fragrance that I think this is more geared towards. So let's get into the rating system. Let's see how Baraonda does. Let's get into the projection. 8 bottles out of 10. Softer than Beast. Still big. It's still going to project really, really well, but as a lot of Nasomattos, they're beast mode, and this one is just a step back from that. Longevity, 9 bottles out of 10. I still get a good 9 to 12 hours with this, and I know a lot of Nasomattos can push the envelope as far as 12 plus hours, but this one's a little softer, a little drawback, but still just as good. Compliment factor, 8 bottles out of 10, and that is surprising to me. I didn't think this fragrance was going to do that while testing it out. It really did get a lot of heads turning. Sold a couple bottles. Your boy's doing his job. So very surprising on how well it did in the compliment factor. Uniqueness, 8 bottles out of 10. It is in the vein of, you know, the apple brandies and established cognacs of the world. However, I really felt like there's nothing that's doing this the way this is done. Pricing versus what you get, I'm going to give it a high score, 8 bottles out of 10. I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's crazy. You're only getting, you know, 1 ounce of fragrance. But trust me, if you're new to the brand of Nasomatto, this is probably the first one that you'd probably go take a look at. I think this is probably the easiest one on the nose from the brand. Versatility, 7 bottles out of 10. Obviously has much more versatility than a lot of Nasomattos, but again, it still is drawn back a little bit. I wouldn't really wear this in an office setting, things like that. So 7 bottles out of 10. That goes to smell, 9 bottles out of 10. Beautiful. Everything works so well. The depth, the complexity, every note works well together, and the overall idea works so well. So 9 bottles out of 10, and that goes to an overall score. Nasomatto's Baraonda, welcome to the perfect 10 club, my friend. Baraonda gets a 10. I really, when I first got a first impression on this, I was really impressed with it. I didn't think it was going to hit the perfect 10 club, but one of the factors with perfect 10 club for me, a lot of these scores, as you can see, are very high. I think its lowest score got a 7 here on my rating system, is because it just kept getting better and better. The more I was wearing it, the more I was loving this fragrance. So that is an absolute 10 for me. And that goes to buy, try, or pass. This is a buy. I recommend this as a buy. If you're looking at the brand of Nasomatto and you have the same nose as me, this is a no-brainer. You're going to like this just like I did. A buy. So I just want to thank everybody for watching my review on Baraonda from the house of Nasomatto. And of course, if you have smelt this fragrance, you loved it, you hated it, good, bad, and the ugly, put it down below. I'd love to hear your take on this fragrance. And remember, great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your weapon wisely. Thanks for watching, guys.